um, at schools is very, very concerning. Joining me now, a concerned parent. I say a warm welcome and good morning to Miss Ika James. Ika, thanks for agreeing to come on and thanks for waking up early.
Hi, good morning.
What can you tell us about your particular concern and your case with your son, I believe, with your daughter, with hand, foot and mouth disease?
Okay, so the first week school reopened, the Friday, my kids came back home with a fever. The Saturday, they started developing some redness around their mouth area and parts of their body. The Sunday, the fever just wouldn't stop, and then I find that the redness and would come with a swelling of the mouth area, like some parts of the mouth, etc.
Ouch.
As a parent, having to face these challenges with my daughters because they are twins, it's quite horrific. You know, I would have to be staying up late, having to prevent them from scratching their bodies, constantly washing their hands, cleaning their area, cleaning their body, because you wouldn't want it to be worse. On the fourth day, I brought them to the doctor, who gave me calamine lotion and a zinc lotion, which helped them quite well. I find that I also use Gloricida leaves. I would put them to bathe in it, and it helps.
The experience, I'm anticipating it must have been very bad for your twin daughters. They must have been extremely irritated throughout that.
Yes.
Explain to us the response that you've seen from them.
Sorry?
Explain to us what has it been like for them.
Okay, for them, they would be crying. You would have to be dealing with them crying. It takes a lot of patience. They wouldn't have no appetite, so that would be more of liquids. You'd have to be giving them juice, etc.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know much about what's really happening to them because it's only what I can see. I don't know from their body, but you'd have to be giving them painkillers. They also gave me histal relief, histal allergy relief. Yeah, so that's it.
How are they doing right now? Have the conditions improved?
Yes, they are quite fine right now.
They're quite fine. Excellent news. We're happy to hear that.
Hopefully they would return to school next week.
Next week. We're so happy to hear that. What did your doctor say when you visited, and what have the school officials told you? We don't want to identify the school, but what have they told you?
Okay, for the school, you would need a letter from the doctor stating that your kid is okay to return to school. Before they do return, and for the doctor, they would be telling you, like, don't have the child sharing stuff with the other one. If it's not sanitized, don't allow persons to give the child hugs, because all those things would be helping the hand, foot and mouth disease spread. So I guess it's basically just keeping your child to a certain resilient type of thing.
Yeah. So just about a month now since school has resumed, do you believe as a parent that you were sufficiently sensitized and educated about this new threat? We know that there was a lot of information about COVID. Do you think that enough was done to educate parents before sending children back?
No, I don't believe that enough has been done to enlighten parents about the hand, foot, and mouth disease, given the fact that the ministry only started putting out information last week, I believe, and it's been almost a month now since school has reopened. So the information that we received was a bit too late, and I guess most persons have seen the hand, foot, and mouth disease and educated themselves on the internet and everything like that. But given the fact that there are so many parents who maybe doesn't have the resources to go to the internet, they wouldn't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Finally, from us, Ika, and we're so happy to hear that your daughters are doing a lot better. What would you say? What is your message to other parents, some of whom have experienced the same thing that you have, and whose children have experienced the same things that your twin daughters have? What do you say to parents and even those who may not have experienced it yet? What is your message generally to parents at this time?
Okay, so I would say to parents, keep the kids' hands clean, keep their bodies clean, keep the surroundings clean as usual. Don't let so many persons touch your child, because you never know where it's coming from. Have patience with them, because it's very rough. So have some patience with them, and they'll be okay.
Yeah. Continue to take good care. Thanks for that word of advice, Ika, and thanks for agreeing to come on with us this morning. We really appreciate it, and we wish your daughters a continued speedy recovery.
Thank you, Shannon.
You're most welcome.
Enjoy the rest.
You as well. Ika James, a concerned parent, speaking to us here this morning on hand, foot, and mouth disease. You heard the account from her in its entirety. We started the discussion with a parent this morning. However, later, right here on this platform, Dr. Dana Gomez from the Ministry of Health will join me live to update the nation on this growing threat, tell you exactly what it is you should be concerned about, what it is you should be doing as a parent, and if you are in the education system, what you should be doing as well to protect yourselves and your students as well. All that and more. Good morning. Dr. Jimmy Fletcher, former government minister and author, will join me live to talk and talk a new book that he has published with the help of some regional authors as well. And we'll also talk climate change and so much more with Dr. Jimmy Fletcher. Our time just about 8 minutes now after 7. We'll have an update on the weather when we return. Stay with us. This is your morning show. Good morning, St. Lucia. Vibes at sunrise with Shannon LeBon. Your morning cup of tea.
Beyond the Headlines is sponsored by Flow.